Marriage before sex is not a sin. If this is not the only person you slept with, this is another person. Now you're comparing experiences, sleeping with this person versus sleeping with the other person. I used to do this with so and so.
I used to do style dating.
And this is yes,
you're
this
not
is
doing
how,
it.
you're not doing it.
Deadly styles.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
You keep thinking, man, c'est intuitivo. Na Kevo angekuwa amenitreat better.
Kevo was just chilling. You left physically. You never left emotionally. You didn't
Clock it.
You did
Clock it.
You can think that you're just busting a nut and you're trying to get these feelings of horniness out.
Yeah.
But the other person could be taking it seriously. Every place that you've had sex is an altar. You think it's casual, but spirits are watching.
Hi guys, karibuni sana to yet another video. If you are new here, my name is Michelle Roger, and this channel is basically all about vlogs and spiritual talks, a little bit of entertaining or entertainment vlogs here and there. In today's video, I am here again with my boo, my very associate minister Ian, my boo, and we want to do something that is so important, I feel like, in our generation. I want to talk about soul ties. If you have never heard about soul ties, or you have heard a little bit about it but are not exactly sure what it is, we want to delve into this topic and why it is important to know about such things, and especially because we are all spiritual beings. So without further ado, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section anything that you learned in this video and any other contribution, and let us get into today's video. So, Baby, introduce yourself.
Good news to you, everyone. I am Ian Wafula, and I am an associate minister at Spirit Embassy, Nairobi.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm here for all of you. I'm here for you mostly.
So, today I want us to talk about soul ties, okay? And I want you mostly to lead the conversation. I have a basic understanding of soul ties, but I feel like maybe some of it might not be correct. But I really want us to talk about the way that, you know, in the day and age that we live in, casual sex is very rampant, right?
Yes.
And a lot of it leads to soul ties, and that's not a lot. That's not what most people usually know about. Like, a lot of people don't know about soul ties. They don't know that casual sex is not just casual. Like, there is a connection that you have with this person or with these people, even as you're having sex with them. So let's start off with what a soul tie is.
So I think you've zeroed into the sexual one.
So the soul ties. Okay, what is soul ties, Kwanzaa? Because in my understanding, soul ties is usually when that spiritual connection after sex.
Okay. When you say spiritual and you say soul and body,
it's different.
Those are different places.
Yeah.
So a soul tie is not a spiritual tie. Soul is the soul realm. Yeah. Because man is divided into three.
Yeah.
How we are formed, how we are created and formed. So we are created spirits and put inside a body, and the result of a spirit and a body coming together is a soul in between.
Yeah.
Which is it's like a bridge that connects the two, the soul, the spirit and the soul. The soul connects the spirit and the body.
The soul connects the spirit and the body.
Yes. So the soul is where the experiences of both sides, the body and the spirit, are processed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the emotions.
This is where you feel what is happening on either side.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a feelings station.
Okay.
Okay. So if you receive information from the spirit, you can process it with your soul. You can process it with your spirit, but most of the time people process it in their soul, which is a low level of processing things. but things you perceive from your body through your senses, you also process them in your soul. So in the soul, we have the emotions, the intellect. There are like 5 things.
Your mind.
Yeah, your mind, your emotions, your intellect, your will. Those are things that make up the soul.
Yeah.
Now, what we refer to as soul ties is that deep emotional connection with somebody. So if now you've talked about sex is one of them. You can have an emotional connection with somebody through having sex with them.
Yes.
And then there's the one for friendship, like the one which most people refer to when they start talking about soul ties. They refer to Jonathan and David.
That deep connection, that deep friendship. Okay.
So if we go to 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 1, it's about David and Jonathan.
Okay.
And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
What? I always thought that soul ties had such a bad rep. Like I always thought it was like a bad thing. I never knew that there can be a positive in terms of like even like a friendship. That's okay.
Yeah. How people get to bond so deeply is what people refer to as soul ties. So this is one of the verses that usually people look to because it really mentions soul, but it doesn't mention tie. It says knit. So this is King James. Yeah. So how people look at it is that these two souls were knit together, were connected together in the spirit.
Yeah.
But that this is King James language of saying that these guys were deeply emotionally attached to each other. Yeah. So they are really good friends. Now, if we look at their lives, we can tell some of the things that make people come together that deeply. Jonathan and David were both people who were involved in war. They were together in battle many times. So, having gone through difficult moments together
and overcome them
together, that makes people become bonded deeper.
Deeply,
And you see, like many marriages which have gone through problems and then they go through those problems and overcome them, they become even closer. It's harder to separate those people who've gone through problems and overcome them together. So hard times can make people bond. And how they bond is that because they feel like you supported me when I was down. I supported you when you were down. So when we have gone through that phase, you feel like this person is a real one. Whenever they call me, I can drop everything. I'm in a meeting, my wife calls me and says, "Excuse me, I need to take this call."
Do you?
We can find out.
Do you?
Do I?
Do I? But I usually call you when you're at work.
Yeah.
I usually call you during.
But many times when you call me, I pick my phone.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Because I never know what might be happening. It's important too. So, and then there's those ones there's criminal activity.
Cartel.
So you guys go through times of trouble together. You do wrong things together and you help each other.
They were gringos.
The thrill of the moment. There are chemical reactions in your body that's happening, and the other person is going through the same things, and so you get to bond within those moments because you save each other from trouble.
Like the way people who are in gangs are so loyal to each other because they've gone through so much. So that is also a soul tie.
That one can bond people together.
That is crazy. I never knew that.
That happens a lot. And then also if you find that people who have gone through traumatic experiences, especially in families, like children who, let's say, their parents had a divorce when they were just starting to realize what's going on. Maybe at the age of between 7 and 12 or 7 to the teenage years. These children, they tend to stick together because they were almost torn apart by this divorce that was going on. So even when they grow older, they tend to stick together. Like me and my sisters, we've had, our parents are different.
Yeah.
We have, all of us have different mothers. In some cases, we share mother, we don't share father. But this different parenting that's going on, and the way there are different communications from either sides, us were the common factor, so we stick together. Despite our parents being different, we stick together. So those things keep us emotionally together.
Because you guys have gone through a similar traumatic or negative experience that has bonded you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
That we promised each other we'd stick together no matter what. So, see, now we've come to things called vows.
Yes.
We vowed that we are always going to stick together.
Yeah.
People in crime go through vows also. They even take oaths.
Yes, blood oaths.
Yeah. And those things tie them together, so you can refer to them as soul ties. But the word soul tie itself is not found in the Bible. But you can find experiences that people have gone through. So this is it's an extra biblical term, but you find that what is describing can be found in the Bible and also can be found in our lives, the way we live them.
Yes. Okay. I like that. So soul ties, you've explained, is not just bonds sexually. It can be bonds between people of either sex, men and men, women and women, men and women, as long as you guys have shared a common experience, whether it be positive or negative.
Yes.
But mostly is it negative?
No.
It can be positive or negative.
Positive and negative. Because even in marriage is that.
Okay.
With your children there is that.
Yeah.
With your friends. And so the one that now makes many people talk about is the one that we have sexually. When people are having a sexual experience, there are hormones which are released, like oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which also is released between a mother and a child during breastfeeding. And that creates the bond between them. And then two people also, when they engage in a sexual activity, it happens between them. They bond chemically. Whether they feel like there's something going on or not, whether they feel like this is casual, there's a chemical reaction going on. You may not want to acknowledge it, but in your bodies it's happening.
Yes.
That goes on and leads to climaxing. So then there is dopamine. Also that happens. The same thing, dopamine that happens when you take drugs, when you watch porn, when you do something that is exhilarating.
That just takes you on a high.
It creates excitement. That happens. So every time that is happening, there's a bond that is forming. There's a familiarity with that person or with that experience that is forming and bringing you guys closer, and you find that the things that you have in common will always be there in your mind. So there's build up of memory now. Now you remember each other based on experiences, and those times you remember, if something else happens that reminds you of that, you remember that person. And so the thing about sexual activity is that you may remember what happened between you and someone else, how the experience was, how you guys used to do it, what you used to like about each other, how you used to like them, what they do. And how it becomes negative is when you guys break up and you form another relationship, and now you have someone to compare with. If this is not the only person you slept with, this is another person. Now you're comparing experiences, sleeping with this person versus sleeping with the other person. I used to do this with so and so.
I used to do style of dating.
And this is you're not doing it.
Deadly styles.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
So that tie that you guys had and this memory is being up is becoming negative to your current situation.
Okay.
Because now you're comparing how she's doing it or how he's doing it to the other person. And perhaps you're having a very good experience the last time. You're not remembering now why you guys broke up, but you're remembering the things that you have fun. And now when you're comparing this person, you're putting them in an unfair situation. Because one, maybe they don't have the experience that that other person has. They probably have been around the game for a while, have been around with people, they were taught by other people. So even you were being compared, but you didn't know. So now, when you start comparing your partner
to your ex-partner, your partner to your ex-partner, yeah,
you may find that you'd want to go back and experience what you are having with your other partner. Now, you can have it two ways. You may have that experience physically, go and find them and do it again. Or you may have that experience in the soul realm,
which is your mind,
your memory.
So you keep thinking about this guy, you keep thinking about this girl, and every time
the same emotions come up,
back, yeah.
The same chemical reactions happen in your body, and your heart pumps when you think about it. Your blood rushes faster, your veins, your nerves, everything is involved.
The same way it was happening that time.
That time it was physical.
The dopamine.
All those things are spiking in your body.
Yeah.
So you're having, and that's why the Lord Jesus said that if you look at a woman lustfully, you've already committed adultery with them, because He's talking about a soul experience.
Oh, that's what that means.
Yes. You're looking at them and you're imagining what you're doing to them or with them. And so you're having an experience with them in the soul realm.
I never thought, every time I would hear that verse, I was like, okay, maybe it was like this deep thing. But that now makes sense. Like the fact that you can be told, don't look at somebody lustfully, because already umeangalia absorb saying, oh yeah, looking mad fun, oh lie. Unaendelea kwa chiseled, corral.
Unaendelea kumwangalia,
unaendelea kuimagine, unaendelea kuwa lustful. So
una create a situation
in your mind, and you're made up of the soul. I mean, you're made up of the spirit, the spirit, the body, and then in the middle is the soul, right? So in the soul, where there is the mind, your emotions, your intellect, etc. In your mind, you've already started imagining this guy undressing, you guys, getting intimate. You've already done it in the soulish realm.
Yes, and then these emotions that you're having, these imaginations that you're having in here, can also produce the will to go and do it physically, because already in your body you're experiencing things.
You've already, like, your body is already feeling all the feelings that you would have felt, because you're already lasting. You're already thinking about how it would be. You're thinking about how his skin would feel. That is crazy.
So that's negative in a way that now you're thinking about someone else. It can be positive if you're thinking about your wife.
Okay.
It can be positive if you're thinking about your husband.
Okay, the reverse also applies.
Yeah, if you're somewhere else and you remember what you guys were doing with your wife, and you're like, and that was a good time. And you can it can now bring you to calling her and finding out how she's doing, what she's up to. So it strengthens your relationship, your marriage. But if the same emotions and imaginations are being used to think about your ex, it destroys your marriage.
I never ever thought about it like that. So soul ties are not necessary. So there's healthy and unhealthy soul ties.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, just like from what you mentioned, between the mother and the child, like, is that also a soul tie, because it's a deep bond as well?
Yeah, that's a deep bond.
Oh, okay. So soul ties they're not they can be platonic.
They can be very platonic, and they can be sexual. Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So let me ask you, for people who find themselves, most especially, like maybe you were in a relationship, okay, but you find yourself always thinking about this guy, this girl, and you find it hard to move on, whether you're in a current relationship with somebody else, or maybe you're dating and looking to find someone else. You always sort of find yourself always wanting to go back to that person. What's the song? So for people who are sincere wakiwaza watu wao, how do you get away from that, or how do you get past that? Because it can be very sticky, almost like an addiction. Like every time you feel bad or your partner has treated you bad, you keep thinking, man, I should have na Kevo angekuwa amenitreat better.
Kevo was just chilling. Kevo na Brayo
Kevo, yote nimesema uzuri, but no.
Repent. Kingdom of heaven is at hand.
So how do you navigate
Kingdom
that?
of God.
How do you navigate that?
Leave.
No. I'm talking about we are already the person is already an ex.
Yeah, you know
Right.
what you've done? When I say leave, we are talking about again two realms, physical and soul. You left physically, you never left emotionally. You didn't
Clock it.
You
Clock it.
King. You didn't.
You did it. So you left them physically, but you didn't leave them
Emotionally, there's things called closure. The things for finding out why did he make you go through what you went through.
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah. Sometimes there's he cheated on you. Or some ways he was not faithful. Probably he cheated you physically, he cheated on you physically,
Or it was a
or he
toxic
cheated on you
relationship.
emotionally. It was just a bad relationship.
Yeah.
They're not faithful to you in every way.
Yeah.
Because you can be unfaithful physically, you can be unfaithful emotionally, meaning that I'm not taking care of you well, I'm not treating you nicely, I'm not talking to you nicely.
You're emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, emotionally unavailable. That's unfaithfulness. Because remember, faithfulness is being real and available in every way,
Okay.
and in a way that satisfies the fullness of the relationship contract.
Faithful.
Yes. So this person was not being faithful in some situations.
Okay.
Maybe even financially, maybe even emotionally. They talk to other people things about you guys, or they open up to other people things that they should come and tell you, but they're not telling you. So they have other things that they start up with other people. So you need closure and talk to yourself, or they should let you know if they can. Sometimes people don't have the time, they don't tell you, they just leave you, and then they block you. So you can't stay hanging. You need to close yourself. Close that chapter and say, okay, this guy did this and this to me, it's fine, I'm done with them. I'm closing this chapter of my life. I've left them and I'm moving on. The pains that I felt, I'm not gonna feel anymore.
Okay.
I forgive them. Forgiveness is the one thing that keeps people
Tied.
You're still in a loop because you did not forgive. Nobody is forcing you to forget because it's hard to forget. But when the Lord says that I will wipe away your sins and I will remember them no more,
Yeah.
that means that I am not going to go back to that place to open up those books and read them again. Yes, they exist in my mind, in my memory, but I'm not going there to open those books again. I'm leaving them, I'm closing them. Let's start a new chapter. And that's why people say that, well, forgive and forget, but in the Bible, the forget is not written.
Yeah.
Christ said, forgive 70 times 7. And that he was talking to people who are in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, it's as if you walk in the Spirit and not in the flesh, you don't remember people's mistakes, their errors. When I say you don't remember, meaning you don't go back to open those books.
Okay.
Yeah? It doesn't mean that you've deleted them from memory. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, you're feeling like you
Mbona nilikuwa niko deaf.
if the shoe fits, it looks like you're wearing.
No, did I forgive that? Did I forget that you were walking in the house with dirty shoes after I you may forget.
Forgive. Still as not forget, just forgive.
Okay.
Just forgive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So forgiveness is one thing that keeps us there, and unforgiveness keeps us there.
Okay.
Mm.
So, in the case of casual sex, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of people, if you look at it in the unhealthy way of
Yes.
soul ties, a lot of people usually get soul ties because of casual sex. So, what would you say to somebody who feels like, it's just sex, it's nothing crazy, it's nothing serious, like I'm just having a good time, he's having a good time, we are not, I want to catch feelings up, but we're just enjoying ourselves. Like, what would you say to that person?
Number one, I would say there's nothing casual about sex. You can call it.
There is nothing casual about sex.
Yeah, there is nothing casual about sex. It's a very big thing.
Yeah.
To both men and women, it's a deeper bonding. You can think that you're just busting a nut and you're trying to get these feelings of horniness out.
Yeah.
But the other person could be taking it seriously. And even you, in your body, things are happening. Chemicals that you think are not happening are happening. In the soul realm, there are things which are happening. In the spiritual realm, there are things which are happening. You guys are crossing generations. You're crossing family lines. There's in the spiritual DNA
being crossed.
that is being crossed.
Yeah, and mixed.
Yes. And so you think it's just casual sex, but these things are coming together on that place that you're happening. Every place that you've had sex is an altar. Now, you think it's casual, but spirits are watching. And spirits are looking to see if there's an offspring of their character
that is being born.
Yeah. And you see, like, God watches over there, over the union of the faithful, so that he can have godly children come out of that.
Godly offspring.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the reverse is also true. The spirits of darkness are watching over an unrighteous union so that they can see to it that ungodly children come out of it.
That is a heavy statement.
Now, if there are spirits watching over this, how can sex be casual?
Come on, man.
And these are the things we don't look into, or we are not taught about them, or we ignore these things, and then later on in life we have problems.
Because it might not always, it actually doesn't always manifest or show itself immediately. Like you might start having problems with your spouse 10 years later because of a soul tie that you had with a guy randomly when you had sex in uni or whatever it is. Because it takes time, but the seed has been planted. And the same way that you will plant a seed underground, and it will take time before it matures and it becomes, a shooting out of the ground. The same also happens with spiritual seeds.
Imagine a situation where we don't know how to draw lines. In a case that, I give an example. If you used to sleep with a certain guy, and there are things that he used to do that you didn't like, and
the stinkles,
other behaviors that he had that you didn't like. Then comes to you come and then you start sleeping with someone else, and he happens to do one of those things. You might shut this guy down because he's reminded you of something else. Now, say, by the way, I used to see this in a past relationship and I'm not trying to have it again. I can't. Yet, maybe this one can be corrected, he can be taught differently, and maybe this one is the one you should be with.
Maybe this one is the one that God has sent to be your husband.
Yes.
Your wife.
So you write him off.
Because of comparison to a negative experience because of a soul tie you had with a different person in the past.
And the same thing can happen in a positive one. The wrong person can do the right things.
And then you're like, whoa.
You're like, man, I used to experience this in a past relationship and I'm so lucky that you're doing it also. And so let's stay together. And now you make a vow or you get married to the wrong person. And then there are other things that he will do and you feel like, man, this one thing that he did right is such a small part of him. The wrong things are major.
Overdo.
huyu anakununulia viatu, lakini ile kofi atakupea manze siku moja unashindwa hata vile utavaa hizo viatu because you're so confused. You're like, okay, so now there's violence, but he buys for me nice things. So now you're stuck in a relationship where there are things which are just conflicting, confusing.
Yeah, you like one part, but there's a lot of the negative. Okay, so forgiving and also abstaining from having sexual relations with different people that are not your husband or wife. Right.
Marriage before sex is not a sin.
Explain your statement.
Get married.
Marriage
and have sex.
Or marriage. Oh, sex before marriage is not a sin. Marriage before
sex.
Marriage before sex is not a sin.
Yeah.
That's like a tongue twister mind.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Get married and then have sex. And then before you get married, assess your partner.
Mfanye interview.
Assess, because this is an interview for a lifetime job. Because marriage should be forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's eternal.
Yeah.
Marriage is an eternal thing. There's the notion of divorce has come about, and the Lord Jesus spoke about it, and he said Moses allowed you to divorce because of your hardened hearts. So people divorce because of hardened hearts, and it's a hard thing to say, and it's a hard thing to hear. Maybe someone has really done you bad. And you see yourself that you can't stay in this relationship. So that's a hardened heart on the part of the person who is offending you repeatedly. But really, God, and he likens our relationship to him as a bride and groom. But not saying that the church is a bride of Christ. No, it's the New Jerusalem that's the bride of Christ. But he likens that relationship between us and him like a bride and groom. So any kind of sin that we commit, God takes it as infidelity. Because you have chosen to put something else above him, above his righteousness. So sin in our lives is adultery, and he keeps on even calling Israel a prostitute in the book of, I think it's Hosea. Yeah, repeatedly calls her, and even say that you're worse. You're like a prostitute who pays the people who sleep with her, not the one who gets paid. So infidelity is that thing that destroys. But then again, so now you may be in that situation, and divorce may seem like the okay thing to do.
Yeah.
But if God can forgive all those things, even us guys, we can, because we have his spirit in us. So marriage should be something eternal. But what about now for those people who have remarried after their spouse has passed away? They did not divorce that spouse, they just passed away. Well, we have a record of many saints who had multiple wives. God never had a problem with it.
Okay. So, in conclusion, how do you get out of soul ties? Like
the negative ones.
The negative ones in point form.
I can say.
You said forgive.
Yes.
And by forgive, you mean forgive that person.
Forgive that person and close that chapter.
Forgive that person, close that chapter.
Yeah. And move on. Well, we'll just leave it behind.
Yes.
Try as much as possible to talk yourself into that, into living.
So actively renew your mind.
Actively renew your mind.
Against such thoughts.
Yes.
Against such feelings.
Yes.
Okay.
Say that's a closed chapter. I mean, I'm done with them. I'm finished, and this is my new relationship, and this is the one. I even declared before the Lord that, Lord, this is the relationship that I'm in right now, and I'm not going back there. And everything that I experienced back there, I'm not going to start thinking about it here. Yeah. And help me
Yes, yeah, you really need God's help because some soul ties are really, really deep. And because sometimes, and especially for the soul ties where it's about a sort of prison, and by prison I mean an addiction, a habit, whatever it is that the devil is really trying to hold on to you, he can really make it hard for you to break such soul ties. So you have to be actively willing to not only remove yourself from such situations, but also denounce and actively keep speaking that, you know what, that is my past, and I denounce that and I cancel that, and this is now my new reality. Because there's power in your words.
Yes. By that, you close those chapters, you start new ones. You detach yourself from spiritual things. There's no deliverance for
soul ties.
It's just renewal of your mind. More and we usually learn that knowledge is the one weapon against the enemy that people usually do not really use. They want to go for deliverance. Can't be delivered from someone else.
It's knowledge of the power that you have and knowledge of what you can do actively to remove yourself from such situations. And not go back. Because there can be temptation of going back. I like that.
Focus on the relationship that you're in.
Focus on now and the future.
And building this relationship actively. Think of ways to make this relationship great. If there are things that your partner doesn't know that you would like them to know that can enhance your experience, teach them.
But that also comes with your partner being the kind of person who is willing to learn. Because I feel like, and especially, I don't know if we should talk about this, like ways that we have kept our relationship what's the word? Vibrant over the years. Because I feel like that's something that also is needed. I love the fact that sometimes you would come and ask me, so what be, especially if I make a note and I say, baby, I don't like this, you'll come and like want details. So now, this thing, what is that?
Why?
And I love that because you're willing to learn. Whereas sometimes I feel like in a lot of situations with men, and especially somebody who ego iko mbele, ina feel ni kama an attack on the ego. But you know, sometimes your woman wants to teach you the right way to love her. For example, if your love language is okay, tell me if I'm right. Your love language is quality time, right?
Yes.
And you also love kids.
Yes.
So if, for example, my love language, for example, is acts of service, for example. And I want to show you acts of service, but your love language is quality time. It doesn't make sense. Like, so I have to be willing. It doesn't matter how many acts of service I do for you. You will still always say, "Baby, I don't feel like we are connected enough. I don't feel like I don't feel your love." Not because I'm not actively showing you, but because I've not sat down to learn what is love to you. You understand? So you actively have to sit down and ask and understand your partner. Kama love language yake ni gifts, sawa. Usimpatie acts of service because that's yours. And in the same way we talk about it, I tell you, Babi, Mimi, I really love it when we have quality time and we sit down and we watch a movie. And then now you sit down and watch my K-dramas, Kamsamida, without complaining and sleeping. Kamsamida. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. Please let us know in the comment section if you guys have experienced soul ties, and especially the ones that feel really hard to break away from, and what you're actively doing to actually try and break away from that and have a healthy relationship. And if you even knew about soul ties, because it's not a conversation that is talked about a lot, and it really needs to be.
And it's not an easy thing. You know, it might sound so easy to say, forgive and forget. It's not an easy thing, I know. But we have a helper. We have the extraordinary strategist, the Holy Spirit. He helps us through all these things. He will teach you how to renew your mind. You just need to pay attention. Just need to open your heart, open your spirit to Him. And
allow Him, yield to His, because sometimes He'll tell you to do some crazy thing, you're like, what? But He knows that's what will work. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on our next video. And also comment down below what other topics you would like us to talk about.
Yes.
Thank you for always coming through
Welcome.
and for sharing nuggets of wisdom.
Welcome.
What else? I'll see you, the minister.
See you in church. Where I'm the associate minister, you come and see our senior minister and learn with us and the things that we know. Or it's a church for intelligent people.
Yes.
We learn intelligent things from the Bible, and you're like, man, I never saw that. Like, what you see today.
Yeah. It opens up dimensions.
Yes.
Karibuni Church, and we'll see you guys on our next episode. Bye.
Goodness to you.
Kamsahamnida.